Sheep. They're all just sheep. Every one of them. Can't see what's going on.
Your Excellency, are you ready for a new world order?
أن أدعو البروفيسور كلاوس شواب.
Because what started out as a small brother of the World Economic Forum has become a true twin. The world at the moment, as I just mentioned, faces many of those transformational processes, systemic processes, structural changes. I just want to mention three. The first, of course, is the economic transformation, with two main catalytic factors and forces: the energy transformation. Just imagine, in 2050, the world will have the double of its present GDP, even if we grow with only 3% per year. It will have 10 billion of inhabitants, but it still needs energy. And we have at the same time to reach the objectives of the Paris Agreement, to decarbonize, to reach zero carbon emissions, or net zero as it is called. But it's not just this transformation, this energy transformation, which will cost, the estimates are 3 trillion a year, are 3 trillion a year, are 3 trillion a year. It's not only the only factor being pushing this economic transformation. I think we should not underestimate the big reshaping of global supply chains, which is just happening now. Now, the political transformation. Minister, you mentioned it. We are moving from a world more or less dominated by one superpower into a patchwork of a multi-power world, with one superpower, one competing superpower, aspiring superpowers like India, middle powers, but also rogue states, companies who have become global powers, technology companies, social media. So we will move in a very fragmented world, and hopefully not too fractured world, where we have to make sure that the rule of law is not trampled with the feet, but where we maintain the necessary framework for global cooperation. And I see Dr. Ngozi, who, at least in the trade field, tries so hard to maintain a global rules-based order. The third transformation which we have to face is what you just mentioned, Minister. I wrote in 2015 the book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, and I mentioned 23 or 24 technologies which will change the world, like crypto and so on and so on. The book was considered science fiction. All those technologies have become reality, and there are new technologies. And I would say we are in the second minute, or whatever we want to call. We are at the beginning. When you look at it, at technology transformation, it usually takes place in the terms of an S-curve. And we are just now where we move into the exponential phase. And I agree, artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, new space technologies, and I could go on and on, synthetic biology. Our life in 10 years from now will be completely different, very much affected, and who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world, 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 will be the master of the world.
And believe me when I tell you, you are a lab rat.